Hello, I'm the Ranger, and today I'm teaching you an off-grid situation. I'm ready to build a big off-grid. Now here's my rules of building my camp. I cannot spend no more than $500 to build this camp. So let's get going. I can use free stuff I can find on the road, or any items I can find that I can use to build this camp. It is a off-grid camp, so it's going to be huge, and I'm going to build it big. So I got variety of choices to work with this location that you have seen, or you're going to see in a few minutes. So I will show you how to do a off-grid from beginning to end, only using $500 or less to build it. Enjoy. Hello, I'm the Ranger. Don't forget, I'm a fictional character for this channel. That means anything I say can be fictional in your mind. Thank you. Enjoy the video. Google Maps on your cell phone can help me a lot. I'm about 100 feet from the bayou. So all that is right there. That's more of a swamp. I can't walk through that, but I can put a camp up here close to the bayou where I like to be. So make sure you bring a compass, which is your phone, and a map to get you out. So I'm ready to start exploring this location to see if I can build my camp, a big monster camp close to the bayou and close to this. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Alright, so let me explore and I'll be back with you. Looking for sinkholes and bottomless pits will make sure you always get to your camp, especially after it rained really hard yesterday. I can see where all the water is. Where should not put a camp at. See, you see how wet that is. That's really wet. There's above ground over there, and then it goes in a sloop. Be kind of bad for mosquitoes. So far, the area I'm looking at is over there behind that area. It's close to the bayou. I can get to the bayou really close that way or that way. And I can get to my camp whenever it rains because I noticed there's no ditches or water holes to go across. I basically can get to my camp anytime I want. Summer, winter, and fall. Because it has no water. But there's a ditch at the bottom. If I want to get to the bayou, I have to walk around. So that's how I do my reconnaissance. There's a high spot right there. You can see it sloping, high spot. Let's go check that area out and see how well that might be. I always try to put my camp close to water. So water's a resource of water is always a good mess. Okay, right over here. It's down by the slopes. But if I want to make a camp, I see there's some water. There's a water hole right there. That draws mosquitoes, and you gotta fix that to make mosquitoes die off. So camping by a water hole, kind of wrong for me. That brings skeeters in. It's pretty far from where I'm at, but still, I gotta treat that ditch for mosquitoes. All right, ow, darn it. Okay, let's go over here. Still, there's a ditch behind us. And remember, when you get close to the bayou, they got the old bayou that used to be. Now it's all grown up, and the bayou changed its path over time. And you gotta Make sure there's no bayou area. That looks like a nice place. Take a look. Talk to you later. Now there's the bayou again, and it's stretched real close. I mean, sometimes you got the swamp, but this area is close to the bayou. I already made a trail, so I could put a camp over here, but I'm looking at it, it's very sunny. It's high, but I got a ditch over here. That runs, and I got a ditch on the other side. Reconnaissance. Learn the woods, learn things. The mosquitoes are really fierce right now. I see them flying around. Don't forget to eat a big meal before you leave your house. Take vitamin B1 if you're going in the woods with mosquitoes. See, this is where we were earlier. I went through all the woods a few seconds ago. There's a swampy area, but behind the swamp is the bayou. I'll see you in the next part. I believe it'd be a good camping setup. The bayou's right down there. I can see it from here. It's right over there. And it's kind of hard to get to after I did reconnaissance. And I keep coming back to this location because it's close where I want it. Big pile of firewood to keep me warm at night. Putting my the new off-grid area, I walk around and make sure this area is not soggy or swampy. After I do that, or areas that I think I could put a camp here with no problem later on, I check and make sure the ground is not soft or soggy. I check different locations to make sure that's not soft and soggy. The whole camping area must be suitable to walk in at all times. You don't want to walk out your camp and there's a swamp outside. There's a little hole here. That's no big deal. That could be fixed if I camp here. I can go in front, but it's a leaning down. So getting out in the middle of the night when you're halfway asleep and half awake, tried to use the bathroom, it's a big deal. But I keep coming over here and looking at this area. I'm looking at the trees. Perfect alignment for a setup. And I can use one of these tied to. Now remember, these trees do rot after a while and they fall. So you want a liable tree. If I have to run a line all the way over there to a tree to make my tarps work, I have to do that. So I see that pine, this pine, and one of these trees could be used as the podium, the top. I'm thinking about over there, but I don't want to be. This is perfect. It's close to where I want to be. It's not far from everything. I can get out in 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I can get right out. And that's about it. All right, I did my reconnaissance. I made trails all through the area to make sure I can get to this area with ease. Now I had to do a test to see if anybody comes out here. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go get an old tent and leave that old tent right there. If the old tent comes up missing, I know somebody's been coming out here and I don't want to camp here. I don't want to build a big off-grid camp here. So I'm gonna bring a tent, leave it here for like 3 months, and we finish the rest of the story after that. But I might think, I do believe this is a what I call a desert wooded area. There was no other trails, no marks of people walking back here, so I might just start building. So I can see my layout, how I want to get everything. I got a dead tree in my way. I might use it for firewood and other things that I have to do and move and clear for this to work. You see a big pad. It's nice already. We just have to start building. Cut some trees down, go across for the tarps, and start building our tarp system, and so forth and so forth. So let's begin. See you next part. Now, I have to do is figure out what trees I want to keep, which trees I gotta get rid of. I might keep all of them, but I still need to clear out a few trees to start this project. Let's begin. You see, it's starting to take form. Now, what I want to do is make sure what trees I want. After I clean the pad out, which is the floor, check again and make sure it's not soggy or wet or got water underneath it, a lot of moisture or mud. Because you don't want to live in a damp environment. Now, let's take out the hole here, so I have to bury that hole so I won't trip just by sticking sticks and mud in it and leaves and packing it. Now, the second thing I want to do, after I find the trees I want, I measure it. Now, I measure for a reason. I want to put the right size tarp out here. When you have a tarp that goes overboard, it just messes up the whole system. And a tree, if there's a tree in the way, like this tree is in the way of those two, I gotta get rid of this tree. It's a good tree. I want to see if I can use it or get rid of it. I might cut right there and use this as a post inside my camp. Now, cutting all your trees around your camp, cutting all your trees around camp will make it hotter here. So you want to go away from your camp to get your lumber or your wood you need to build your camp. So far, it's a nice little pad. I like this. I already see a fire pit right here because there has a natural built area with a tree that came out the ground. It has some mud. I could build a little fire pit. I'm gonna leave these trees here until the last moment. Do I need them to be moved out? Can I use it to hang stuff on? That's the object of the game, is do I need these trees? If not, I have to cut them. Can I cut them here? I can use these as posts. If the tarp has to go past this and I have to get rid of them, I'll cut it here and go over it and use these as posts. So I can also move that down and make a barrier kind of. There's so many possibilities in this location to do. So now I'm going to measure from there tree to this tree, then from that tree to wherever I think I need to go with a tarp. So I'll line it up with this tree that I'm going to use with one of these trees. That's pretty far. That's a pretty nice big square now. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. A 14-foot tarp. You can make it a 14-foot tarp. You can go a little longer because you can go down with it and make it a blocker. So I might do that. So that's a 14-foot. So I can go 25-foot and make it go down. And then this will be a wall. That'd be my first wall. Now I have to come from here to this tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So anything about 8 foot. So anything over 8 foot by 14 is perfect. Because 8 foot will give you a lap going down. So I can make a lap going over here on this side or this side. Whatever side I think I need the most protection for people seeing. So 14 by 8. So I can get a 25 foot or 35 foot by 8 or 9, because it will give me that extra lap, overlap going down. So that's it. I'll write that down, or I'll get my phone and record my voice saying 14 by 8. Anything over that is good. Now I built my pad. I see the pad is kind of sloping down, and let's see. I've seen that. It's not wet. It's normal. Good. Moving all the debris and getting all this stuff out the way. All your little stumpers or your trippers and your little branches, they got to come out. Definitely this thing got to come out. All right, there you go. Now we had to go get our tarp. Now this project, I'll talk about it later.